victorious about the light over there, I think. Let me go check.
Good heavens.
That I noticed this light on over there, and I'm like, well, that can't happen because we don't do that here in this neighborhood. And um, so I kind of spent the day as an Aries would. Aries kind of kindly worries about some things for you overly much so. They have, it rules their heads, so they're in their heads worrying. Um, Warrior, no, worrier, more like sometimes. Yes, that's all we can be until shit gets straightened out. So, but their light, and even the light that was on for the past week, I noticed it's like, okay, whatever. It's a red light, and then there's this other light. See, where I'm coming from, folks, is that I live on a piece of property that my family homesteaded in the 40s. They bought 4 acres for $4,000 in a beautiful mountain preservation wilderness preservation area. So then, eventually, we sold off the acres. The last acre was sold off in the 70s. The wilderness preservation area. It was a forest. It was a real live thick forest, trees and no fencing, no fences. And the changes that I've seen, just me alone here, it's profound, and it's something that's like, well, how did you handle that? It used to be clear, but now there's 25 houses. Well, we handle it. We are made to adapt. But one thing that what I see now, I can't hardly explain this, babes, but I'm a leader and I've been here, and I know it's time that we start communicating now. Good for all of you who made it up here into your slots. It's time to start communicating, and I am doing it. I'm getting out. I am not rising to the occasion. I am rising to the occasion, and I'm saying, hey, look. In effect, it's telling people who I am and saying, look, I'm here, and you do not ignore the leaders. The leaders are here. The leaders are people who have been here the longest. They have done something the longest first. Maybe they've done something first, which is usually getting there first and being there the longest. So honor the fact, and every single conversation that you've had with me, you'll see, if you think about it, I'm coming from a completely different lifestyle and place, which says I am a leader. That's just who I am. I don't have a big fucking mob around me correcting me and looking after my snotty nose. It's just me here, living alone in the mountains, hun. I'm not a stupid person, and I'm not living in fear. I don't live free of fear either. I see it and I smile at it and say, we're going to take this where we know we can make a breakthrough and come back victorious. And I just knew what I had to do, and whether or not I was responsible for it now being pitch black out there, yes is the answer. I may or may not know, but all I know, see, I sat here for 6 to 8 hours thinking, shit, all you know, Shauna, is that you cannot control those people. But you did the right thing in immediately saying, I'm here again, and once more you state the facts. And I said, with one of the last notes, I said, when you do bother to look up and down the neighborhood here, there aren't bright lights like this here, hun. You're the only one doing this. So what are you going to do? You're going to try and make people follow you and go against me, who I could. We need to get together and communicate. What do you want here? Do you want a bunch of fucking lights up and down this block here? What do you want? It's time to communicate. Not only just say, we're not a bunch of egos butting heads. Communicate with yourself. Ask yourself every once in a while, what the fuck am I doing? Where am I? Do it. Because you don't want a neighbor like me hitting a bell. Not because I want you to know I'm here. I want you to know that you are there. I want you to know that I see you. And that, you guys are just living so full of fear when you judge a situation where here I am saying, I just kind of where put my shit out on the table and say, God, this I'm going through this and that, and thank God for helping me. And they all, as idiots, stone cold, stark raving, dangerously stupid, and I get it now, dangerously studied idiots that hold it all against you. Tell them your most vulnerable part, and it's like that's not really even me. I'm just having it's just like something I'm stumbling over, and can you relate? And no, they don't relate with human scenarios. You have a human scenario? Fucking thumb that down. Come on. What are you doing for the robot? How do you feed